Hi, I'm Tracy,
Hi, and I'm Rachel, and together we are
the Nobodies.
just a couple of gals you've never heard of sharing what they know so far.
And hopefully, the little bit we know ends up helping you a lot.
Hopefully. Thanks for joining us today. We are talking about doing your own DIY cleaning products, as well as self-care products. So here's what we know so far.
Before we get into it, Rachel, I got to tell
Uh-oh,
you something.
tell me.
Yesterday, the UPS man came to my house to drop off a package. He rang the doorbell like 10 times in a row and pounded like he was the narc squad or something. Is that a
Uh-huh.
thing, the narc squad? And it scared me half to death. And then he yelled out my name, and I really thought the jig is up.
Uh-oh,
I,
they were after
I
you.
see ya.
There was
Yeah,
a warrant for your arrest.
it's over. It's over.
And what happened?
He just gave me the package and left.
Oh my goodness.
It
It
was
must have been,
bizarre.
what was in the package?
Oh, my heated blanket.
Oh, it wasn't even that, but that is pretty important. Yeah, it was hot
It was,
stuff. He was playing hot potato. He had to get rid of it.
man, my heart.
Okay, let's get into it. What are we talking about today? DIY products. Help us out. I'm really skeptical on this. We've had
Are you
discussions
really?
about this. Yeah, because I have this like hang up that it doesn't clean as well. Like if your skin isn't burning, if your nostrils aren't on fire from the toxic smell, it's not clean and it's not working. And so you and I have gone back and forth on this. So let's
We
get into it.
have. All I have to tell you is that you've been brainwashed by Procter and Gamble.
That
I
is
hate to tell
probably
you.
that's probably that's probably the case. Yeah, it's probably the case.
Because if it says danger, poison on it, it's not good for you. Guess what?
And I like the idea of being able to eat the products that essentially that you can turn around and cook with the same stuff that you're cleaning with. So
There
in
you go.
theory, I
There
like
you
that idea. Okay. So which
Maybe
products are we doing
I can
today?
convert you, dear. I wanted to talk about my favorite DIY cleaning products. They make sense on so many levels because they're easy, they're cheap, they're safe, they're environmentally friendly, and they're customizable. So, just talk about a couple of my favorites. Vinegar is my absolute favorite thing to clean with. I buy it in huge jugs. All you need is a spray bottle. I love getting glass spray bottles on Amazon. They're a nice investment. Just 50-50 water and vinegar. And it basically works for any surface. Great on windows. A weaker dilution of that works great for mopping. You just need maybe half a cup in your sink full of water or your pail full of water. Works really great. Now, of course, everybody right now is worried about COVID.
Sure.
And so we want something that's going to be enough strength to kill COVID. And the CDC has a list of things that kill COVID, I guess.
Okay.
Well, guess what? One of my favorite DIY cleaners is on that list.
No way.
And it's not vinegar. However, hydrogen peroxide is on the CDC list of
Really?
viruses. So that is also great. I have found. So, if you want to use it for that reason, works kind of in the same way as vinegar. I found that it's also great for like stains on hard surfaces. Like sometimes I get frozen blueberries on the counter or whatever, and if I just spray some of that and let it sit for a while, it comes right off, which is really nice.
Hydrogen
So it takes
peroxide.
What's that?
Hydrogen peroxide gets out
Yep.
blueberry stains.
Yes.
No kidding.
If it's sat for a while, then I have to make a paste with baking soda, and then that definitely gets it out. But usually hydrogen peroxide on its own, I have to let it sit for a little while. So I just spray, let it sit, and then it comes off.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
And that brings up my third favorite DIY cleaning product, which is baking soda, which I incorporate into the use with vinegar or hydrogen peroxide when I need some scrubbing power. So whatever, when I'm cleaning toilets or cleaning the sinks, you can't mix it ahead of time because they'll cancel each other out when they sit forever. They eat each other up.
Right.
But when you use them at the moment, I just pour my baking soda in the sink and then spray it with vinegar, and then it makes a beautiful, beautiful scrub.
Right.
And then for super cleaning power, like for cleaning the tub, where you've got, soap scum or whatever,
Mhm.
the trifecta of dish soap, baking soda, and vinegar, it just works so great. And again, you can't mix it ahead of time, but you just pour it all in the tub, make a paste out of it, and then use it to scrub. Beautiful, beautiful. I dare you to try it just once, Rachel.
Okay, so what are the mechanics of this? Like, so let's go back to your favorite trifectas. So I
Yeah.
have my tub. What
Yes.
I pull back the shower curtain. Then what?
I mean, I am not very classy or professional about it.
Uh-huh.
I just dump some baking soda in the tub,
Okay.
and then I squirt out some dish soap, and then I don't usually spray vinegar because I need more, so I'll use maybe a fourth of a cup or something, and just make a paste out of that, and then start scrubbing.
So do you take like the baking soda, like what, half a cup, a tablespoon? You just kind of start
Yeah.
sprinkling it all over, and then
Yeah, probably a half a cup
then you
total.
go to town.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then do you let it sit?
Sometimes I let it sit. Yes.
Okay. So basically it's basically like the volcano that you made in like science class that you're
So
doing
you
in,
got that added,
yeah,
fun side to it.
right. And so where are you purchasing your vinegar and your dish soap and all that? Where are you getting that stuff usually?
My dish soap I just happened to order on Amazon
Hmm.
because I like the 7th generation. But I mean, whatever, you can use Dawn too.
Dawn, Palmolive.
My baking
Okay.
soda and my vinegar, Costco bulk buying at Costco. So I've always
Well,
got it.
and you cannot beat that. You can't beat the
You can-
price of that. So, well, and I've been doing baking soda and vinegar to clean out drains for years now instead of Drano, and it does wonders. I also throw in the dishwasher. I sprinkle the baking soda in the bottom of the dishwasher, and then add the vinegar I put in the top rack in a cup upside, in a cup, and then run
Yeah,
it in a cycle, and then it
like empty.
no, even it depends on how dirty. If your dishwasher is disgusting, then yeah, then
Yeah.
it should be empty. But if it's really just something to kind of just go with the load that's in there, and it just adds a little
Oh.
kind of extra sauciness to it and breaks down all of the,
Ooh.
and because the water gets hot enough, like plenty hot enough, and it
Right.
heats it up, so that helps tremendously. So, and I did the one thing that you had talked about is doing the scour in my oven instead of using that caustic like oven cleaner.
Yes.
And I did it after I had baked something, so the oven was still already hot. I pulled out the racks and then sprinkled the baking soda, and then just poured, I don't know, half cup of vinegar just on the bottom, and let it sit overnight. And I mean, it must have been meals and meals worth of grease that was down there. And it just lifted it right up.
It's
And I was just
amazing, isn't
paper
it?
towels, just wiped it out, and it was fine. It was
I
shiny,
love
not just
it.
fine. It was like shiny,
It's amazing, right?
like shinier, like back to like new. It was amazing. It was amazing. And it's not like I had to spray it and leave the house for 3 hours,
Yeah, exactly.
Because even like the self-cleaning ovens, you're not supposed to be in the house. You got to remove the birds. You got to open up all the windows and all that.
Yes.
And I didn't have to do any of that. So it was wonderful.
I am
Wonderful.
so glad. Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, my oven needs a cleaning. Yikes.
Yeah. So tell us about some of these beauty products. What do we got?
Okay, so I love making DIY personal care products. I'm just going to talk about one of them today,
Okay.
which is toothpaste.
Toothpaste?
Again, yes, toothpaste.
Okay, I got to hear this one.
I know maybe it seems like a lot, like making your own toothpaste,
Uh-huh.
but there's good reason. Again, conventional toothpaste has some not so great ingredients. Glycerin.
A lot of people, yeah. People have allergies to a lot of the I used to break
Yes.
out right here when I was younger, when I would use
Did
one
you
particular
really?
brand. I did.
I mean, this is maybe a little controversial, but fluoride is something I personally avoid. And then they put things like chemical foaming agents and artificial flavors and colors in your toothpaste.
Sugar.
So again,
They put sugar.
yeah, Liquid
which makes no sense.
So why not just make your own with just a few simple ingredients? Again, you might already have them.
Okay.
Cheap, easy, good for your dental health. My husband, for example, he had a lot of tartar.
Mhm.
I was like, can I get one of those scrapers and scrape your teeth, man? Since I started making our toothpaste, he has no tartar. He has no issues with
Oh,
tartar.
wow.
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
pretty cool.
So what are the ingredients? How do I
So,
do this?
this is my recipe. You can Google. There's lots of different recipes out here, but this is just my basic recipe.
Okay.
A quarter cup baking soda.
Again with the baking soda. Okay.
Baking soda, man, is
wow.
everything.
Yeah.
It's my best friend. A quarter cup of bentonite clay.
Bentonite clay. Can you spell that?
Mm-hmm. Bentonite.
Bentonite clay. Okay.
So this is an ingredient in a lot of masks. You know, it's a beauty product. Some people do also take it internally for cleansing, but it's a great ingredient. And then half a cup coconut oil.
Oh.
So it's easiest if you melt the coconut oil to get everything to mix together.
Okay.
An optional add-in would be sea salt, a little bit of sea salt, just to get some extra polishing
Scrub
power.
Okay.
And then depending, the consistency might be a little hard still, and so you can add water to make it a little thinner, depending on how you like it.
Okay.
And the temperature, because if it's cold in your house, and it can get pretty frozen.
Yeah, here in Arizona, we don't have to melt coconut oil in the summertime. It's already melted.
That's you don't have to worry about
the whole coconut thing of oil from Costco all melted while in my cupboards in my house. Yeah. So so depending on the temperature. Yeah. So then how do you contain this?
I generally just use a small mason jar. I put it in there. Obviously it's not quite as convenient as, pushing it out of a tube.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is gross, true confession, but my husband and we just take our toothbrush, which we clean after we use it every time.
Yeah.
And we just wipe it in there. And
well, it's just the two of you. I mean, it's not
like it's just the two of us. Use. But you could just use a small
like a popsicle,
like a tongue depressor or exactly, just to scrape a little bit out. And of course, if you want to add flavoring in there, of course, you can use like peppermint. Of course, clove is a great thing to add because that's also really good for your dental health. So you can get like the food grade clove oil or mint. Or you could even use like ground clove and ginger from your spice cabinet. Mm-hmm. Those are all suggestions. Now, one word of caution: you cannot store this or use a metal container or a spoon when you're mixing it up because clay has those chelation, properties that leach metal. So you don't want to use it. I mean, I have like the metal screw top for the jar, but it's not touching it. So that's fine. But don't use metal spoons. Don't use the metal container.
Okay. Or a metal toothbrush. Or if there's such a thing.
You might want to stay away from those.
Yeah.
So sure. I challenge you to give it a try.
Okay. All right. Well, I've already done the oven cleaner, so I think maybe I'll try with like some window cleaner next, if nothing else. I'll slowly work my way into it.
That's all. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for that. That's awesome. So we're looking forward to hearing some more of your DIY like tricks for other consumable products. That'll be nice. So thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you guys next time. Take care.